About 1 minute after 7 last night, our department received a call of a male who had attempted to force his way into an apartment at the 910 Evans complex, and also that he had armed himself with a handgun as he attempted to force his way into the residence. Officers responded. When they arrived, a male and female at the apartment reported that the male had fled already after attempting to gain entry to the apartment. Just as officers were starting to investigate that incident, we received another call that a male had been shot on Dewey Boulevard just west of Row Road. Officers then responded there, and quickly they were able to confirm that the individual who had sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound on Dewey Boulevard was in fact the individual who was involved in the disturbance at 910 Evans.
How did they determine that?
The female at 910 Evans actually identified the male as being the person who was involved in this incident.
Did they personally know him?
Yes, the female was acquainted with this individual and could name him by name.
So they had relations?
She was acquainted with him a long time ago and knew who he was from that.
So I guess we can't really say boyfriend or old friend.
No, I'd say probably more of an acquaintance.
Okay.
Do you guys know what motivation he might have had to go into the apartment or break in?
No, at this point we don't know what he was thinking when he went to the apartment. It's deeply concerning that he was armed with a handgun when he went to the apartment and then attempted to force his way in and actually did produce the weapon. So not sure what his actual intentions are, and that's something we're still looking into at this point.
When he tried to force his way in, did he break windows?
Well, the female answered the door. The male spoke to her briefly and then tried to push his way into the door after he produced the handgun. And the female and her boyfriend were able to keep him from entering the residence and eventually shut the door.
So he didn't steal anything from that place?
No, he never did actually make entry. He fled before our officers arrived.
Is he facing any criminal charges?
More than likely there will be criminal charges. That'll be determined by the county attorney's office after the investigation's complete, but most likely there will be criminal charges as a result.
How old was the female and male in the
The
apartment?
female in the residence was 22. Her boyfriend was 29. The male who sustained the self-inflicted gunshot wound was 24 years old.
Is there an update on his condition?
He is alive. He's expected to survive, and we'll have more information maybe later on his condition. Right now, it's not believed to be a life-threatening injury.
Because he was shot in the head. I mean, more specifically in the head. Is it like close to the ear?
No, I don't want to get into where the gunshot was, but it was a head wound, and it's not life-threatening at this point, but he does have some significant injuries.
How did you figure out that it was a self-inflicted gunshot?
He advised us that it was.
He was conscious when you
Yes.
arrived.
Do you know why he did it?
I don't know what he was thinking at the time this occurred. I don't know. Obviously, it's concerning anytime someone attempts to force their way into another person's residence and produces a firearm in the attempt. So obviously the intentions probably weren't good. But at this point, we don't know what he was thinking, and we haven't really had an opportunity to interview him because of the medical conditions. No one was injured other than the 29-year-old male who was attempting to hold the door shut did sustain a laceration on his hand. Other than that, no one else was injured.